Hey everybody, and welcome back to another, and probably at this point the last stream for SAO auto-realization at the moment. Have some big things out in the field, or at least one big thing that we really just think a lot coming up. Probably the last time to stream it, because today it's October, and I have a game for October that I want to do. And then another game of a different genre, but still in the theme of games. And still read what he said here. I know I read something last time, but why not? Something. Have you heard about that scooter monster that spawns once in a blue moon? Oh man, I'm thinking back to when I was on the assaulting good time. So anyway. Wait, Sammy, you get me? Premiere here. I usually want to read one of those because they're like not really important and don't serve much purpose. They're only to carry conversation slightly. So they're only to carry conversation slightly and put a small boost in the affection rate. Oftentimes do not read them. You just go through the book like that the first time. So yeah, I just keep getting quests from the NPC players. Like I'll show you, I don't have like any messages from the actual people that like we started the game with. These are all just, oh no, you actually found another blacksmith. Outside of go over there and then one stall and move that, but unless they're actually really good at transformations when you come to weapons for that, or they have decent stats block, probably won't be using that. Oh, Philip's almost friendly, and actually Eaton's nearly close at range. Close to hitting rank 4, which is called close. But yeah, all of our messages that it says we have, they are from people wanting more stuff. For fetch quest side quests that are fetching items and drops. So, as far as going into the second area, as far as going into the second area is, I've made it all the way up to the teleport altar that is at the dungeons, first section. At the very end of the area that is. Okay, this is for dueling. There's a little conversation with Agil here, so raise him slightly as well. Who do I want to take? I will take Suna because this is going to be the dungeon where the pretty much toughest monsters to take on are, and the boss eventually too. Shinan is good, and I'll leave Straya in so the three of them can potentially hit level 20, and 3 is also a tank. So yes, you heard right, at the end of the dungeon will be another giant area boss. I'd already beaten the first area's boss like that before the stream a couple days ago. So, I think this is ready to start it. said, I already gone through the dungeon and beaten the first section's boss at the end of it. Now that just means that there's a request from him to go pretty much fetch questing that I've looked at the mail, but I haven't answered it. Some of the things they ask for are for monsters that don't spawn in large groups, and like any groups are kind of far apart. So they take quite a bit of time to get through, like a couple people that just continuously want inanimate arm chunks, and there's only about 5 monsters with those that show up at the end.
Good job.
Ugh, why is it always pulling that up at the start? Okay, so as I was saying, one of my goals for this stream before October, showing off a bit more, is to try to make our way through the entire dungeon. Oh, one of them just hit 20. Let's see that machine on. So as I was saying, we're going to try to get through this entire dungeon on the stream here. And then after that, we will actually attempt to take on the boss on stream to see what this one is like. And I have no idea, so you'll be seeing it for the first time with me. And I will pull up something that shows you the time you take on the first boss in the previous area of the outside world, to give you a bit of a look at what the bosses in this are like. Not the field bosses are like the high-level bosses that guard red chests. The area bosses of the entire section of the map are much different than those. One thing I'll just have to remember is that lately the teleport altars have actually been towards the very start of the area, not too far past the warp-end point. These guys up with some drops. Oh, well, not the drops, but the
easy.
And we're just going to kind of move along right now. We'll grab all of the brown chests that are here. Oh, that looks like a new type of interesting golem. It's more so floating. Finished Guardian, I think is what it said there briefly when I went when the cursor went over it. But yeah, in other news, as I said, after this, it probably won't be immediately tomorrow, but at some point during the week we'll start Halloween stream. I have one scary game to start with that we'll be doing. This probably won't be better yet, because that's the drop from the first boss. As I was saying, I have one scary game I'll be doing, but because it's actually not too long of a game, I'll probably be doing it in shorter segments to last throughout the month more. But I'll be switching to a different game when we stop it. It'll be still in the same Halloween. Yeah, I see. After she got pretty high. She was starting, not finished, my bad. So I actually think that her fiery characteristic is like pretty darn high up right now. And there's one that's red, meaning it's pretty difficult to take out. Nope, still got a big red here.
Easy.
Who do we want to? Because that's actually got some pretty good things that it will ask them to do. Okay, so I got a guard corset. May or may not be better. I think that one was here, yep. No, that's worse. I guess that makes sense since this is 3-star quality. That'll just raise my HP, but drop everything else the other one raises. Another brown chest over here I'm going to grab. And then we'll continue going up. See if we can grab that second food chest. Most of the hell when we started that chest in the dungeon. At least from my experience, and I don't like rushing through it. I'll sit here and do quests and things and level up. At least 3 or 4 times. But what we need to do is that most of the enemies, as I said, most of the enemies that guard the red chests in the dungeon at the end here, they're actually a little too strong for me to handle it without getting some more levels first. Despite that I don't like rush through the areas. I may not fight everything, but I don't rush. I'll actually grab stuff, fight monsters for blue chests, and also run quests and things to get experience from fighting and finishing those quests. Wrong direction for me to get the skill on him. That's fine. I just don't mind giving her smart. One of the annoying things for me is like I can't check their affection. I can't check their affection for the different behaviors out in the field. I have to do that every time. So I can't see specifically what I want to raise and what I want to let drop or say where it is. If that's something I want to do, I have to do it. If that's something I want to do, I wind up having to do it, I wind up having to check them in town, and then have to keep that in my head and thoughts as we're fighting, so I know what to do, and I often do not remember completely for 3 different people with how many different traits they have, which ones I do and don't want to do. So if you're talking like 3 people and about 5 traits a person. So those guys are much bigger ones, they're fiendish necromancers, okay. Yeah, they're a bit high level, they're nearly 10 levels above level 20, so they're guarding that blue chest, which you can't do anything about. So keep in line. the alarm, Sexy is just her trait that, okay, no, we're not going to be dealing with that because those guys are only 26. But it's her trait that boosts her, frequency of being a support tank. There we go. At this point, I'm just going to make my way into the next area. Don't want to do too much damage just yet. Would like to at least the second floor of a dungeon and activate the place point to get back to. Yeah, I know there's an item in... There is an item in this game to hide your presence so you don't get aggroed, but actually, a lot of items like that, even some items that'll cure any status, they're kind of expensive. You kind of have a decent bit of money for those, on top of the fact you have to spend money to upgrade equipment. I'm pretty sure this is just talking about the previous messages, yeah. Actually, what I'll do... I'm just going to go over these. Sorry to take time to do this, but this way we don't keep seeing that message. That there's new messages in the game here. In a second, the friend request takes a moment because the animation that is used for it. Oh, crap, a couple more people. Okay. Sorry to take some time doing that, but this way we won't be having them as I said, this way you won't be having them sit there and having the "you've got a message" prompt pop up at the top of the screen the whole time. So now I got the second area.
Easy.
So now we have the second area to teleport over where we have to leave.
最高だ。
ええ、わかったわ。
And now Asuna hit level 20 as well. Very nice. Our main character is already level 20, so now we're just kind of waiting on Stray at it. Arrowhead, Stray already has pretty high up, so we don't need to worry about that. That's basically a trait that means they've got used to pretty much every support skill. It sets her sexy trait, makes her a support tank, that's kind of a nice one to have. There we go. Stray is still not leveled, but it's fine for now. We have barely gone into the second area here, so there'll be a lot more that we can do. And as you can see, even in the dungeons, that are fighting in the field. There we go, now Stray at level 20, nice. So I like that. In every area, maybe when you first open areas there aren't as many, just because... you know, you only just got to it. And until you beat the previous area's boss, you don't actually open up and have access to the next one. But you will always see at least a couple teams in the first entering area outside of your own party there. And then as you keep playing, there'll be more and more because it'll be open up to more people. Fierce Dragon and all these. That's level 36. That's 16 levels above our party. And it said he was red, so there was no way we were going to actually be able to beat him without taking a lot of time and even possibly dying. Let's raise your carrying quality a little more. That stuff is all kind of looped together again, but only the one that actually moves forward here. They'll catch up, so don't worry about them kind of falling behind a bit because they start attacking something. Once they realize that you keep moving for a moment, they run right back up to you and stop fighting. Well, we activated that dragging quest without really meaning to, since we can't actually continue forward from there. Path went up to a dead end. Let's raise pool. Go down this middle path while pushing. Hold on that here. Now this is the only way we can really move forward. NPC parties for the most part just run around fighting groups of monsters and enemies. They tend to stick to one specific spot as well. They don't move too far from where you see them. Take care of her, just because she ran up to us, although she got stuck on the geometry of the stalagmites and wound up losing aggro. It's kind of funny. So grab this blue chest, or not blue, sorry, the brown chest up here as well. Your arrow technically has to be right over it on the middle, so you don't actually have it though. There we go, got him, but finish the combo, wound up dashing forward quite a bit from that. Here's our chest. An urban shank. Probably still not going to be that much better than what we have. Well, they could be. You know, the dueling boots are a little better because they increase movement speed. I'll probably take those and start enhancing them to see if they can have better defense than my cliff leggings, because those are basic armor you can buy, and I just do them +1. And when I did that with Lisbeth, her skill activated that increased their quality as well, which is why they have 1 star. We got 2 more of the weaker ones to do, and other stronger. Trace how they turn right now. I'll raise your trend a little bit. And there we go, event completed.
最高だ。
分かった。
Here, so I'm not really too concerned about grabbing. No. There's actually a couple funguses there that are a little too high for us. Maybe if there was just one of them, I would've. I was really considering because I hadn't actually seen that it was anything higher than the evil fungus at the moment. And the only thing there was the regular ones that were not high on the level for our group at the current time. That looks all cool as well. Hopefully after this, soon I can already got up to affection 5, so I can get her armor.
Good job.
Hopefully this will let me get Shinan and Freya here too, as I promote, compliment them on certain styles that I want them to use, as they'll tend to also hit rank 5. Gold is always good because it actually sells for a decent bit. So is copper, although it takes a little more copper to get just about as much as you would from a pet from an amount of gold. Just heading back down this way, grab this chest that's up here. Surprised me on a note with a treasure chest, but even if you're fighting a red chest that's started by a monster, or a blue chest started by a group, and like an NPC party is there fighting the same thing, they never grab the chest. Probably just something they did to ensure that you get it. Although they could like have them go up to the chest and like just go through the animation / motions of opening it to get the item as well. Did not see what the heck that was with that drop. It's not quite the safest place to do that. Check that either. Just going to send a message to someone here. Away the zone in the next area. Oh wow, that portal up ahead. So the darkness looks rather ominous. Alright, there we go. Oh shoot, looks like I do have to go past that. Well, that stinks. Hopefully it's going to be nothing too difficult to deal with. Oh look, there's another party. Alright, I guess we have to take out that There we go. Finally got him down. Yep, okay, I guess my friend wasn't home. I thought they were. Man, that was tough. Harder than some of the red high-level enemies that I've tried to take on that were red. To make this fight a little more worth watching, I'll probably do it with only 3 other teams besides your own party. This is floor 3. Let's check our map here. I'm not sure how many more areas. Okay, we start at the center and now we're here. Corruption was the area just outside of it. Looks like it's the end. Like, see a zone line already ahead. Oh, okay, yeah, it's another one of those empty halls just before the boss. Because this is what happened before. We had a large group sitting in front of the zone line in front of the area's boss. And I will wait until my friend gets home to even go through the dialogue talking with them while they discuss the boss. Return to town, I'll sell some stuff, see about enhancing that one item, and see if it'll make it better than my, cliff boots. Oh, we got more messages. Ah, of course, okay. Well, actually, hurry up. Okay, good. I already opened it.
Yo! Nah!
Agile is talking for reforming again. Small raise, same thing with Klein.
Nah!
And Philia walked into. Philia being the new player that you guys met in the previous game, Hollow Fragment, where you explored the hollow that she got trapped in of Aincrad. Speedy is already pretty high. Let's sell you some stuff. Okay, the strong end of the I think it was... Yeah, the urban shake I think is what I wanted to hang on to. Too bad I got evolutionable max art axe. And I can't really do anything with because I'm not using them. Thankfully, at this point in the game, Lizbeth has actually got enough together to open the stall. We're gonna cross the tuna, so we'll talk to her for a little bit. Lizbeth's stall is down right here. It's just got a female shopkeeper NPC, I think, but then it opens up her own menu with her cut out there like it did when you talked to her about it.
強化するのね。うまくいったわ。
Increases success rate. Nice. I must have done the dual moves because I said they had a speed increase. Alright, check both of those out compared to this now. And 31. We have to increase it even more then.
いらっしゃい。
At times I still forget that.
リズベット武具店へようこそ。
At times when I haven't played in a bed, I still forget that okay, so detail-oriented and I didn't quite catch what the other one that triggered was. But the ones that increased quality seemed to shut down, and these were all one-star already, but yeah. So detail-oriented, let's check this out. Oh, okay, there's a second page. Come on, there you are. Additional skill attachment. Okay. So as you can see, her Enhancement Master greatly increases enhancement success rate by 33%. The Journeyman for Transformations does a moderate increase to transformation success rate. Now that's at 24%. But then because she has pretty much maxed out precision, she's pretty much always guaranteed to succeed. And the growth potential is like the amount of chance of things triggering. Or like stats being raised higher than they are. It explains it, but it's in one of the tutorials about blacksmithing. So yeah, as you can see, all of her blacksmith stats are really high. Max growth, max precision, really high knowledge of cycling and technique. And then she's got Enhancement Master, which is why I prefer to use her for enhancements. Intuition, detail-oriented, Artisan's Pride, and Blessing. I mean, the other three people, like... Oh no, it's on the other side of the river. We're going over there. So like Walker, and then the other one that we recently got that are blacksmiths, and then we have this guy that's here from the get-go, who's also a blacksmith. They might have different skills that can trigger that might be worth like putting on certain things, but I'm just kind of fine using this at the moment. Not that concerned with it. Really? Wow, that's still less. Okay, well, I will save that to give to other people. There's Sheena. Oh, there's Yuki's down there. Run down there and talk to her. She's just enjoying the water side. Turn the camera so we can see her. I've never talked to someone sitting down like this, so it's kind of interesting they say sitting down. I've talked to a couple of the main characters when they were sitting on a bench, which isn't too odd that, like, you know, you just talk to them while they're sitting, but it's kind of interesting because she was sitting on the ground and she just look up like that. Hadn't seen it before. Here's the give her a job to our good old cousin Shugo. Premiere again. Like I've been saying, I just usually run through this because what they talk about is just pretty much idle chit-chat for a very small increase to affection level. So for the sake of saving time on the stream and just in general when I play otherwise, I don't really read them and just go through them a little quickly. Do I actually have any quests on hand we can do? Saurian claws and Grab Silica again. And we'll grab Argo. You know what, actually? Since you taught Premier to use a weapon, and then, able to use her out in the party, I actually have not been doing anything with her. She doesn't look like she actually has any traits that might be part of her story with her setting. It might just be because we haven't used it, so nothing I can really do there. Well, come here. I'll just go and double check something because you'd think they would have like at least a chart showing you which monsters are in what areas in the game, but they don't have anything like that at all to help you locate monsters, since it's like based off of a VR MMO in an anime. So I need to look something up very quickly here, because those are drops, and I'm not quite sure what they are. Is this the one I haven't got before? Yeah, that's the inaccurate one. It's got things missing from it. There you go, the Steam drop. Yes, this game is on Steam if you want it to play on your computer. Here we go. So one, so I've got a different Solian drops in there, and those claws. I'm not really seeing anything that says claw. There we go. Alright. Okay, all of the turtles dropped them. Alright. Sorry to take the time doing that, but in the long run it will just help make everything go faster. The types of turtles or tortoises that I can kill turtle claws is here, so we'll start with that. I think what'll make this risky since we're deep into the second area doing this is that we have Premier, and although she is an AI, she's very interesting compared to the other NPCs. unlike some of the party there in the camp, you can't actually interact with them, like you can't really interact with your own party. But as I was saying, because he's an NPC AI, but not quite as advanced as Yuri and Freya are. Unlike that, with the way this thing is, if she dies, she's gone forever. But in the field, if she ends up getting killed, you get one over that. Because you can't get her back like you can have your party members. Nice. She's not at level 20. Let's see if we can find the enemies that we're actually looking for. I haven't done this stuff before, but these guys aren't too high above us. Alright, nice. So that silica game over there. Annoying when you go down this one. With one of those dashboards and then ends up kind of dashing along the direction. There we go. Event done.
最高だ。
はい、わかりました。
So... find where they are in the area. Try to avoid triggering too much else. So Premier is another character you have that uses rapiers, and her secondary, I think, is a healer. What's interesting is like she's part of the main focus of the game's story. And she's not as advanced as Yui and Freya are, where you can just bring her back. That if she dies, she's gone. But the way the game is done, that they're playing, and hence, if she dies, when you're using her as part of your party, the game ends. Because you permanently lost like one of the main stakes of the story. Okay, these are both 8. Just quickly checking everything here. There's another party. So I have yet to see any of the tortoises that I'm looking for the one quest route here. This is a bit annoying, in the sense that it's making it take longer to get this one done. And again, this is what I was talking about with these quests where they ask you for you to meet them and talk to them in town. outside of the message board, these are always not just killing things, but getting drops. And some of them will actually ask for monsters that aren't that plentiful as others in an area. May actually have to travel to a different section of the forest here to hopefully find them there. I know they're too easy to find that lake statue, but in the first area, the thing with that is also that those ones at the lake, there's only the two of them, and that's it. Then you have to wait for them to respawn. Well, I suppose we can go there, because there is a spot by the water kind of far from them where you can get a jaw. Or not. No, it was a claw we needed, right? Yeah, claws. Well, let's give it a try. There's the lake. Head in and we'll give this a shot. Feels some more adventurous. Cheerful music, it's got a wondrous feel to it from over. Doing this, why not? Bit of a change of pace, like dungeons usually have their own sort of ominous music, and the entire music in that second foresty swamp area is like pretty dark and eerie sounding. Well, there's our turtles. Check the water side on this side of them on the way. And bone fragment. Yeah, there's supposed to be another tortoise here somewhere. The text in the middle of the screen kind of threw me off for a second there. This is most likely the harvest spot. Nope, another bone fragment from them. The other bone fragment we got was a bestial one. A couple hours ago, and I have started to feel the need to go, so all I have to leave here was just the game's music for a moment after we take out this one quickly. Oh good, they're both up now. Keep taking it quickly. Nice, there's one claw. 2 more to go. And nothing from that one. I've actually had Silica die before. But as you kind of well know, Shy isn't really about staying back and being defensive. Shy for Silica is actually more of a balanced fighter one. Good at being offensive, defensive, support, and healing. Alright, so I will be right back. Sorry to leave no one here to kind of talk and keep you company. But I do have to go to the bathroom. didn't actually take me that long, but I wanted to take something downstairs and briefly use it again before I went to bed later.